scary.
Seinfuck Christmas Edition.
We're all being lumped into categories that we don't deserve to be.
Yeah, like
into.
Comedians are funny.
Yeah, comedians immediately.
I am a comedian. What are we talking about? I have to promote a GFL show.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I have a statement, actually. Before we get too into this episode, I do have a statement that Sasha wanted me to read before this episode. So hang on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen.
Consider my cheeks grasped.
Oh, God.
It's clenched. Clench them up, boys. Okay. And another thing, if I had my way, I would ban 99% of these, quote, classic Hollywood Christmas movies, end quote. A Christmas Story might be one of the most inane pieces of drivel American propaganda that they wheel out each year, which they tell us we love. Hey, Ralphie, you can take that Red Ryder BB gun and shove it up your McCarthy-era ass. The Nightmare Before Christmas is not only schlock media, but fans of this, quote, film, end quote. Stop doing the end quote. God damn it. You could just say quote. I'm sorry.
Is he writing? Robert.
I just want you to remember that none of us can see the document.
He's writing in end
None
quote.
of us can see the document.
Right? No. I don't care what you guys think. This is me yelling at Sasha. There's one thing if it's a random listener, but it's one thing if Sasha literally types in the word end quote after he already puts in quotation.
That's pretty funny, actually.
All right. I'll give him credit for this.
He literally did that just to annoy you.
I know. That's why I'm
There's
mad.
no other reason to put
my
that.
face is probably getting red.
For the
Go ahead.
listeners, our producer Sasha has only given Robert a statement to read. Harper and I have no idea what's coming.
We apparently couldn't be trusted with the contents of this statement.
Apparently not. Okay, but fans of
Well, we're not triggered by grammar.
That's true.
Yeah.
I would have read it with a straight face, as if nothing were amiss.
fuck off.
You know what they say, Robert? Trolling is a art.
But fans of this, quote, film, end quote, have the audacity to foist its insufferable 76-minute runtime on us during not one, but two holidays during a 2-month span. Good point. By my account, that's too many. Hey, Tim Burton, you can take my bi-yearly royalty checks and shove them up your spidery ass. It's a Wonderful Life, more like it's an unbearable time watching a 38-year-old Jimmy Stewart act like a 16-year-old in that one scene where he just looks way too old to be wearing a high school football uniform. Oof. Hey, Frank Capra, take that bell that rings when our angel gets its driver's license or whatever and shove it up your long dead skeletal ass. From now on, the only movies you're allowed to watch on Christmas are A Muppet's Christmas Carol, fucking amazing movie, Gremlins, and the Rankin Bass classic, The Year Without a Santa Claus. Okay. No more, no less.
I'm shocked he hasn't addressed Die Hard yet, by the way.
I know. I honestly thought I was expecting that.
In this rant against Christmas media, he's not going to address the Die Hard dilemma.
Okay, so Christmas is about coming together with friends and family, bringing joy, mirth, and reliving cherished memories during the season of giving. Here in Seinfuck land, we are so happy that we have shared these moments with you over the last year, such as episode 24, episode 37, and who could forget episode 61? As producer, it brings me a tear to my eye to witness firsthand how much the boys give and give and give while asking for nothing in return. That's why I decided to use my incredible influence to pull some favors this year and bring the boys a message from a very special friend. Robert, would you please do the honors of playing the video message, please? Okay, guys.
I'm so afraid after that lengthy Seth MacFarlane-esque diatribe, what could possibly be on the way?
Oh, God.
It feels like it was hovering on a manifesto.
No, not even.
I don't think it was hovering. I think it was firmly landed on the roof of that particular house.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like, here's my Santa manifesto.
There we are.
All right.
Well, if it isn't the Seinfuck boys. Boy, oh boy, isn't this a surprise for old St. Nicholas?
Robert, pause it.
Is this when he grew the fucking mustache?
for the listeners out there, our producer Sasha inexplicably grew a mustache and then wouldn't tell anyone why he did it. But it turns out it was for this video. Also, I feel like he's just doing all of my impressions right now. I think this is.
Well, I hear you guys have been
I'll say it's me, Santa Claus.
That is Southern Santa Claus.
This is me, it's Santa Claus.
I am from the deep south.
It's just something about the tremolo that Malcolm puts on it. I don't know. It's over with me, brother. I like it.
Okay, we gotta finish watching this before Sasha kills me.
I've heard from your very handsome producer, Sasha, that you three have been especially good this year. Well, that don't mean much to me, but since he helped me out all those years ago in Grenada, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give these boys a little bit of the old Noel cheer, as it's called. Now, I haven't received Christmas gifts from any of you over the last 25 years. That is with the exception of Robert Delilah. And I gotta say, Robert, we can't make your penis any bigger.
Pause.
You hear? So that's how it happened, huh? All I needed to do was write a
It's
little
on my
line.
Christmas list every single year.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, please, Santa. Please, Santa, it's me, Robert Delilah.
Santa, I want the biggest bigger round.
And I've had to fucking grow a personality. I could have just asked Santa for a bigger hog. This sucks.
You got a bigger penis in this climate? Oh my
In
god.
this economy?
This economy.
Yeah, my parents bought me a PS3, but you know, I think
Dear
Robert's got
Santa,
something better.
It's me, Robert Delilah. Will you please add another 3 centimeters to my already girthy schlong?
Shut the fuck up.
I would really appreciate it. Can you
gotta
also
finish.
tell the guy who played Kramer that he can't say that?
Oh my
God.
God.
All right.
That was good. Okay,
Let's
okay.
get through this video message.
This is really important person. Santa is messaging us right now. We have to listen. We have the good boys and girls.
Any bigger.
All right.
It's just not humanly possible. You hear? Now, on the count of 3, I'm gonna deliver my gifts to all of y'all. 1, 2. Oh, you're not saying it with me. 1, 2, 3. Wow!
Jesus!
Oh wow!
Oh, isn't that amazing? Well, I hope you enjoy it. I've got to get going. I need to deliver coal to Hitler. Didn't think I delivered presents in hell, did you? Well, there's a lot you don't know about the old Santa man. Well, time to hit the skids. And away I go. Woohoo! Santa! Yeah!
Oh,
It's so
lazy
nightmarish.
bastard left like an entire 4 seconds of Santa with his mouth keyed out at the end.
Oh.
It's just for the horror of that.
He just liked that. Yeah, he just liked how it looked.
So here's the thing. You guys have 2 very reasonably sized packages. I have this giant, I can't even put it in the frame.
You know the rule, Sacha, he may as well have told us himself. He wants the biggest one opened first.
Wait, is there
Oh.
is there more instructions? Do we have to?
That was the last of the instructions. That was all I
Actually,
was told.
what do you guys think? The biggest for last or good things come in small packages?
Well, actually, let's judge by the name on the packages, because
Okay.
what is your name on the package?
All right. So mine is Ass.
Okay.
It says Ass Frog. So but the full name was Ass Frog Sniffing Malcolm McLeod. It's Pat! Exclamation mark.
It's Pat?
Yeah, it's Pat. I was like, I guess like from the SNL.
I guess.
movie.
What'd you get on yours, Robert?
Bitch shit ass bum dart Robert Delilah Dollywall.
I just got Buck Harper.
Dollywall.
I don't know why it ends
What
with
did you-
Dollywall. I mean, that's just a normal
What the
ass
fuck?
Hindi last name. I am the whitest motherfucker in
No.
the world.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like Harper, you're lying and you're not telling us. what it
No,
actually
I'm not going to dox myself and show you the label, but I promise.
No, don't actually put it up to the camera. It's your address.
Oh, it really does just say your. Yeah, it just says your name. All right, so I feel like good things come in small packages. So you got one of you.
That's not true.
Well, oh yeah, of course
Writing
you say
Santa
that.
for years, and that's not true.
Yeah, because you got a Coke bottle between your thighs.
Jesus. I don't like it described like that.
Robert, I really think you should open yours first.
Okay, I'll open mine first. Okay. Let's see what this is. It is a Milkman costume.
Oh, from the classic episode, The Milkman Cometh.
Classic
Classic
Seinfuck
episode.
classic, The Milkman Cometh.
The hat and oh
Put
my
on-
goodness.
put
It's got a
on
little
that.
cow on it. Oh, Sasha, you've outdone yourself. He looks like he's part of the Milk Gestapo or something, though.
This feels like bondage wear. Like, it's a full thing, by the way. This is like, it comes with a belt.
Oh my. That's quite the commitment to detail.
I'm gonna keep the hat on. I'm not putting on the whole thing this episode. That's too much.
But you have your Halloween costume for next year.
Well, I can't wait to see what horror awaits me.
You're at the bar. You're like, I'm the milkman. Milk me, mommy.
I'll just go to the bar and be like, oh, you look familiar. Did you used to live on my route?
Oh, that smells wretched.
Oh no.
God. What is it?
It appears to be a throw blanket.
Oh.
Oh, dear God.
So just a normal, reasonable present.
No, I'm afraid not, Mr. Delilah. You see, I hate it.
Oh, it's
Oh my
it's
God.
Pomni from the fucking
From that wretched children's to adult television show.
the great, was it the Amazing Circus? The Great Amazing Circus, something like that.
It smells like someone exhaled black tar heroin into the bag.
Oh God. Well,
All right.
thank you, Sasha,
I need a knife.
for that.
Thanks, Sasha. It will keep me warm, the despair I feel, mostly.
Oh dear.
All right, guys. I need a knife.
Here, you can borrow mine.
I want to say right now that this, what I've got, is an image that is 24 by 36 wide.
Jesus Christ.
Let's take a guess as to what image he's received, Robert. What do you think it could be?
I think it's probably like an overlarge movie poster of a very embarrassing movie.
Let's. Oh, reindeer games. Almost certainly a poster of reindeer
Oh,
games.
it could be. I honestly, I would bet money that it is a poster from the Reindeer Games movie.
All right, I'll take the under. If it is a poster of reindeer games, Robert, I will buy you a drink.
Okay, cheers.
I gotta get in. It's it, right?
He's so excited. And then add in like a child screaming because he got his PS2.
Yeah, put in the N64 kids too.
Yes, exactly.
Yes! Yes!
Oh my god. Oh no!
Just hear in the distance.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh my god.
What is
no,
it? What is it?
No. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
With his beautiful little
You'll wish it was
Coke
more my,
Christmas shirt. No.
That's not funny.
I'm so glad we saved Malcolm's for last.
You have to display that framed.
For everyone listening and as opposed to watching, it's just a picture of 9/11.
It's just not what the second tower has just been hitting this image.
They just hit the second tower. Oh
So,
my! It's huge.
Mr. President, the second plane is
It's
just-
a giant poster.
It is like it's got to be a 4 foot, 5 foot poster.
Oh my
It is
god!
a massive poster of 9/11.
Oh, Malcolm said the dimensions. Oh, this hat is hot. Fucking Christ!
You have to keep it on.
Well, you're hot in it.
Ooh.
No. That's it's 24 by 36 glossy enlargement of 9/11.
My God.
The moment the second tower got hit is what Sasha sent Malcolm. Sasha, do we need to have a talk?
First of all, Sasha, super funny.
Honestly,
Second of all,
Super funny.
how dare you?
Super funny. Good job.
yeah, I never forget. I won't forget because it's gonna be in my home.
He's gonna.
So as the boys laughed like a chorus from heaven, there was a secret hiding in the picture of 9/11. But what could it be? Could it bring lots of luck? Or maybe depict a host of Seinfuck? For the answer, don't hasten, no longer refrain. Go to episode 46, My Body is Public Domain.
He thanks his lucky stars to be living in Vancouver, BC, Canada today. Because the American flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
I've got to bring, I guess, this photo back to America. I think.
I don't. Hey, are you going to bring it with you on the plane?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Messages, Malcolm.
Malcolm, you might cause an international incident, so therefore I think you should try to bring that into the country with you. You should complete the gauntlet with it and bring it all the way to Arizona with you, and if you bring it to me, I'll display it in my home framed.
Oh, that might be a challenge accepted. So my favorite thing is Sasha had to pick this up, but he also forgot that he put the name as Ass Frog, like Malcolm McLeod sniffing ass face or whatever. And so apparently the people at the photo lab, because he got this from a photo lab, were like, oh, there's no Sasha, we don't know, or Malcolm, we don't know what this is. And then he finally looked it up and he goes, is there anything about ass frogs? And then they go, oh, you're the ass frog guy.
That's you.
You're the ass man.
And then on top of that, now I go, oh, they must be oh, it's the ass frog guy. And also being why 9/11? Why this?
Explain, please.
Well, those are great gifts.
Yeah. But Robert, I like that you said, I'm not taking the hat off. And within 5 minutes.
It is hot. That hat is hot.
What do you
that
mean
is
it's hot?
all vinyl.
It's a costume cap. How is it hot?
It is
also, why you're wearing a sweater?
I'm wearing a cardigan. It's barely.
You're wearing a
sweater.
tweed cardigan like some sort of fucking professor. Take it off.
Not a tweed cardigan. It's wool. Thank you very much.
Oh,
No.
my bad.
Oh, that's very funny. But you got to put the hat back on. I just came. Good night.
Just on top of her. It's just immediately segued into snoring.
Anyway, that must lead me to ask, Malcolm. You know those images you see sometimes posted on Instagram or TikTok where they'll show a woman's face or a portion of it and then her lover doing something unrelated with the caption, he just nutted in me and now he's X? What would you be doing, Malcolm?
First of all, I've never seen this.
You've never?
meme.
I've seen it.
I feel like my feed right now is really weird. I think, first of all, my feed thinks I'm a lesbian woman. I don't know why. I'm trying to get out of.
Same. I think for the different reasons, ultimately, Malcolm, but same.
My feed thinks I'm an Indian man. I'm not even joking about that.
Yeah, so I get that. I get a lot of cooking videos, and I get a lot of stand-up clips. Clips.
No, that's not surprising at all. I get a lot of literature, people like screen caps of poetry, and then women with just giant tits.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I'm getting all the butt cheeks and fucking tikka masala recipes.
I did for a while get a lot of feeds of women who looked like my ex-girlfriend, and that was really bothering me for a while.
That's fair.
Do you ever see a girl in a porno that looked like your current or ex-girlfriend, Malcolm?
I feel like everyone's gone through that.
No,
right?
Everyone except Malcolm.
I'm not my current. Well, I was thinking the most recent, not the most recent, but like other ones, yeah.
Other ones.
I have that thought sometimes where you're just like, oh yeah, we all have like a porn star like doppelganger?
I'm sure
like,
I do.
If you don't have a doppelganger, you're in the porn. Like that's what it is.
I seen one that kind of looks like me one time, getting with this contortionist bitch, and he could not look like he wanted to be anywhere else more than he did in that. It's like you are blowing the back and front out of this woman simultaneously because of how she's contorted, and you look miserable, you know?
Oh my God.
No. Maybe he was just like really freaked out that she could do those things. Just like, oh no.
Like he wasn't particularly well endowed either, which it's what makes me think that he's like her girlfriend or something. His girlfriend, her girlfriend, whatever. His boyfriend, her boyfriend.
Honestly, I think there's like a niche there that someone could make serious money just like being like comedians, just watching porn and talking at the same time. Like voiceovers for porn. I think that there's a gold mine there that we're not capitalizing on.
Probably. There was a guy who was a comedian. His actual name is Ryan Creamer, so this like makes perfect sense. He ended up working for College Humor.
This was bound. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, but he did a thing where he was posting videos on Pornhub where it'd be like, disrespecting your girlfriend, but it would be him doing like the most respectful things. Like, or like,
I know that guy.
Okay. He's like the most vanilla ass looking ginger in the world as well.
I hate those fucking videos. You tell him I said so. Those videos fucking suck.
Yeah, they interrupted Harper's nut.
They did.
You can't do that. This is false advertising.
You can't do that to me, all right?
This
is my safe space. Well, our producer, like the one thing I'm surprised by is that our producer also loves to play around with AI. And I was thinking with the video from before that he was going to put maybe our voices, our AI voices. Like for a long time listeners of the podcast, you'll know that at the end of a lot of episodes, there was a run where we would be saying things in different languages. But I want to say, spoiler alert, that was AI.
Of course.
Robert can't speak Hindi. Despite what his algorithm says he can.
I can't speak French, even though I sounded really good with French for some reason.
Monsieur Delilah?
Monsieur.
And I can't speak English barely.
Well, you've deflated all of our listeners and shattered their dreams this Christmas.
Yeah, their
Well
hopes,
done,
their
Malcolm.
expectations, their idea of who we are. It's fuck, man. You're like that guy who runs around theme parks popping kids' balloons. You're just the worst.
I just love that. Hi guys, it's me, Robert Delilah. I don't get it. I was at the amusement park today, and these balloons were all around, and I popped them, and I thought I was give the parents joy, but instead I made
somehow they got mad at me.
That's sad. Anyways, I'm gonna go and read some poetry and cry and masturbate.
I've got a segment.
Oh, thank God.
So last year I asked what your most traumatic memories are from Christmas, and
I won.
You won. You definitely won with your mom getting arrested on Christmas Eve. Like, don't arrest me. It's Christmas Eve. For something she 100% should have been arrested for.
She deserved it. I give her a lot of respect for going after, her cheating husband and the masseuse mistress, but
we're all human.
But what's your news segment?
The news segment, which hopefully will have an equal amount of terrible energy that I'm inflicting on you guys, is what is the worst present you've ever gifted? Not ever been gifted, but gifted somebody.
Gifted.
Something so bad you knew it was awful before you even handed it to them.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't given too many gifts until I got employed. So
I want to say I feel like I'm a pretty good gift giver, but I'm trying to think like if there's anything truly terrible that I can think of. I mean, I did one where so this wasn't a Christmas gift, but it was a birthday gift. And so I had been given this was when I was like a kid. I must have been like 12 or 13. I was given a board game version of Survivor, like the Survivor board game.
It's basically a game show. It makes sense.
That sounds bad.
It wasn't good. And I remember being like, I don't want this. And so I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to re-gift it. So I wrapped up the gift and then I gave it to someone else. But the problem was, I didn't realize this. The person who gave me the gift, which was like my mom's friend, was my mom has this habit every year where she just invites random people for Christmas. Like it's usually every year it is like
Oh, I thought it was
someone.
your mom.
No, this wasn't my mom, but it was like my mom's friend.
Was there like a personalized like message on the inside of the box?
Kind of. So
Go on.
So I go and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna give it to this other person who's like, who I think I may have been my grandma. But I was like, I'll just give it to my grandma. Loves the Survivor and she loves like board games and mind stuff. And I gave it to her, and so I had it wrapped, and then like she unwrapped. She's like, oh, that's great. And the friend looked at me and it was like, she just goes, you.
Oh, they were there.
They go,
you buried that.
That's why that was the setup. Yeah. They go, what the? They basically go, what the fuck? You gave you gave my gift to someone else. So they figured it out that this was a re-gift. And then my grandma was.
You couldn't have just said, no, I liked it so much, I bought another copy and gave it to
Christmas,
my grandma.
I gave you the Survivor board game. The very next year, you
gave it to somebody.
I gave it to somebody else.
Your grandma. The fuck?
Yeah. So So then they saw it and they pulled me aside and was like, you know, it's rude to re-gift gifts.
Fuck off. You gifted someone a Survivor board game. Shut the fuck
Yeah, you can't be the one who's like, I gotta teach this kid a lesson. It's like, hey, you're lucky I didn't throw the board game in the trash. Like, and then my grandma overheard this and she was just like, why didn't you give me like something more heartfelt? I'm like, you love Survivor, Grandma. Like, what am I? This would have been a good gift for us. We could play it. I just don't want it.
Well, you're right, Malcolm. That is a bad gift.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Malcolm, terrible
Regifting
grandson.
scum, yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Awful grandson.
You know, my dad has got you licked, honestly.
Licked?
This is your dad list.
He used to scratch the names off of birthday cards and regift them as Christmas cards. He was so cheap he couldn't get a fucking a card from the CVS that cost $3.
Wow.
That's actually
your dad is my hero.
Every time I hear a story about your dad, Harper, I'm like, oh man, he descends into a little bit more of a dirtbag territory. I'm like, that's pretty dirtbag.
It's so fucking rough.
It's bad.
Especially like that. That's a level of cheapness where I'm like, you lose my respect. Like there's times where people do things where you're like, oh, that's a cool way of kind of getting around something. But like doing that, I'm like, what did your kids do to you? Like, what happened? That's my story. What about you two?
I gave away the first 3 volumes of Nekopara, or I purchased it for somebody. I don't know if you know what Nekopara is. Are you aware?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Nekopara is a visual novel.
Oh no! Oh no! I mean, you say visual novel, I know exactly what's happening.
Who did you give this to?
An individual I no longer associate with.
For good reason, apparently.
Out of shame.
Out of shame.
You know, it's funny you should say, because, you know, I'll actually come back to that. We'll let that one fester. You think about the content of what I've said.
Everyone who knows already knows. I can say my gift if we're actually waiting on a response.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So mine was bad. I'm going to say it right now. I was dating a girl. Her name, bleep to Sasha, was
okay.
And was Jewish.
Oh.
And
exotic.
I was into her. She was a college girlfriend, and we were going steady for, I want to say, about like, the timing wasn't great because we weren't dating for that long. But it was like, oh yeah, we're dating for 2 months and it's Christmas. Might as well give her a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be weird not to, like, just on the cusp of it being weird not to give her a gift. And I got her a book on snowmen. So it just, context, people. I'm that asshole every Christmas who gives people books, and I am very sorry for that. I know that I do wrong.
You can change that whenever you want.
You're allowed
Fuck
to.
off.
I thought you were going to make a joke where it's like, and then I gave her the permission slip so that if I died in Gaza, that she could extract my cum.
Shut the fuck up.
Robert gave me a copy of American Gods and Factotum for my fucking birthday one year.
I did.
I was like, thanks. I do like American Gods, to be fair.
Factotum is a rare book. You can't find that from the original print anymore. Fuck off.
It's a relic. I do like getting books. Every once in a while, I'll ask for some books. I'm like, oh, just pick me up a couple of some of those floppies. Those.
Don't call them floppies. But no. So I got her this book, and we went and we had coffee one day at a coffee shop by the university campus. And I'm just like, hey, I got you a present. No, there's no pressure or anything. I know you don't celebrate and everything like that, but I'd feel weird if I didn't get you something during like this holidays. And I hand it to her, and she opens it. I'm just like, the very first thing I said is, my mom knows the author.
Oh no! It makes it sound like you didn't even buy the book.
I know. I didn't buy the book.
You didn't.
It was a free copy my mom gave me from her friend's book tour.
You're the worst. Not only is it a book, it's a book you got for free. Did you scratch her name out of the fucking card from last year when you sent it to her?
There was no like specialized card or anything like that. But yeah, I gave it to her, and she was like, "Oh, thanks," and we broke up literally a week later.
It was because of that.
And it was 100% because of that. And it was one of those things where I'm just like, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to give her a Valentine's Day present. I am a terrible boyfriend. Everyone, cheers.
Yeah, you just go and you're like, oh, listen, I got you a book. It's about the history of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1924.
That's, honestly, Malcolm, you've got me pegged. You've got me pegged. Oh, fuck.
I might have to just do this myself, unfortunately. If you'll just give me one moment, I promise you, this will be fucking great. When I do pop this on you, Malcolm, your embarrassment will know no bounds.
My embarrassment?
Well, you can't even get through it. You have to explain what Nekopara is.
Nekopara is a erotic visual novel meant for Japanese men who have difficulties in arraying a relationship or perhaps procuring the attention of the opposite sex.
And
I would love to expatiate on this, but I've never played it.
He just winks to the camera.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, it's not the kind of people that you want to know anyway.
I hate that I know about it. That's all you really need to know.
Fucking Steam account, Malcolm. Your goose is so cooked.
I'm waiting.
I will have cooked your goose.
Cook my goose. All right.
Like Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
You there, boy? What day is it? It's the day of the Seinfuck podcast recording. How wonderful. Get me the fattest goose.
A goose for every boy and girl in the neighborhood. Can you even get goose anymore? Like, where can I find a Christmas goose?
I don't know.
You can import it.
I mean, you're probably the one, like, of us who could probably get goose the
Probably.
easiest.
I don't even know where I would go. Like, I feel like...
Well, any park in Canada.
you just see me in an Elmer Fudd costume, just, like, sneaking up on a goose.
Exactly. You've got the little hunter's cap and everything. You're just like, pull!
I will say Canadian geese will fuck you up. Like, they are scary when they're in the pack. I've seen them attack, and that's not a fun sight. I've seen people run down the seawall in Vancouver because they're being chased by a horde.
To avoid.
Yeah. They're the worst. It's scary when you're by yourself wandering through a park at like midnight and they're just there. And you're like, I wish this was a raccoon, because at least the raccoons can kind of be cool sometimes. They just...
Wish this was a bad neighborhood. Now I just got to deal with the geese.
No, they make it a bad neighborhood. It's like, this used to be good. And then the geese showed up. All right, we'll cut that because someone is weak of mind.
Not because I'm not gonna punch up that awful joke. Yeah, sure.
I'm trying. All right, I'm pulling teeth.
I'm trying. I mean, I had a segment. Where's your segment? Sasha had a segment. I had a segment. Harper's watching the Flyers.
I mean, I found something that I would like to talk about, which is that r/teenagers is getting a little weird.
It's r/teenagers. So, obviously. Hold on, we have to acknowledge it. As with all of Malcolm's segment, it comes from r/reddit.com or www hamster.reddit.com.
And then on r/shower thoughts, it goes, hamsters never seem to die from natural causes. Everyone always has a crazy story as to what happened to theirs. So my segment is, what happened to your hamsters?
What happened to your hamster? I never had one.
Okay,
Malcolm.
did everyone have
No,
a
I didn't have
hamster?
a hamster.
No. Why? Why would you even bring it up if you didn't have a fucking hamster?
You brought up a segment that you don't have an addition to. You piece of shit.
Great.
I hate you so much.
Flailing.
I got you. I got you in my trap. I set it up, and now you're going to explode. So, how did your hamster die?
I just had I had a hamster. I had 2 hamsters. They had babies. Half of them got eaten by the mom because that's a thing that happens with hamsters. And then the rest of them got eaten by the cat when one time, I think my nephew left the cage door open and half of them escaped. So for the next week or so, we just found a bunch of headless hamsters, baby hamsters around the house.
Oh my God.
There's your fucking segment, Malcolm. There's your fucking joke.
Oh.
My mom threw mine into the wilderness.
No.
Gerbil named Natasha.
Aww.
Yeah, I didn't have a hamster, but I did have fish. And I remember I definitely overfed a few of my fish because I would go and be like, oh, the fish must be hungry. And I would like feed it, but I'd do that like 5 times a day. And then it would just,
like
and then it would just be like floating.
Fine.
Yeah, floating like, upside down. Then it would, I would notice that I would go like, oh, he died. And then my parents would just replace the fish with a new fish and be like, oh, he survived.
Oh, God.
But he's like, no, I saw it was dead. It became this weird game.
I'm not dumb, guys.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a stupid child, all right?
Okay, I have to legitimately ask you this. What were you expecting?
I really wasn't expecting anything. I just noticed that was like a meme that's been popping around, is this hamster meme. And it also got a lot of traction on one of the Twitter accounts I follow that like helps me get segments. And this one really popped off.
Helps you get segments. So you steal from...
I read from Reddit.com. What do you expect? What are you talking about? Like, you guys, and then you guys, your segments are like, what if I posed you this question?
That's the fucking hypothetical. It's a good question. There's good shit.
It's the core of the comedy podcast.
Yeah, your questions are like, what would you do if you had to spend 5 nights at Freddy's?
First of all, I would have picked a better horror game.
Probably play some Amnesia, The Dark Descent, like a real fucking adult.
Okay, I mean, we can switch to a different thing right now. Have you guys watched the new GTA 6 trailer?
No, I don't care for it.
Everyone's gotten to me and said that there's a lot of ass in this trailer. Like, it would entice me to watch a 3D representation of a woman.
I can just look at ass.
I'll have you know it's free, ladies and gentlemen. You can Google ass and see more ass than you know.
Because here's the thing, I knew you guys were the right ones to talk to about this, because I had a friend of mine who texted me being like, "Oh my god, the new trailer came out," and she goes, "Oh man, the lead girl, she's so hot, like it looks so real, she's so hot." I'm like,
she's a 3D model.
And he's 30. I'm like, "What the fuck are we talking about? Why are you texting me this?"
Is this Sasha? Cut this out. Is this?
Yeah.
I knew it.
That's not good, is it?
No, it was crazy. I was like, why are you texting me this at 8 a.m? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I know he's on the bus. at that point.
Dude, you were on the bus watching the GTA 6 trailer and be like, oh, look at that 3D model's ass. Fuck off.
He showed it to his boss, and his boss was like, apparently was like, oh damn, she looks good. And I'm like, and then he goes, oh, it's a video game. He goes, what? And I'm like, that interaction did not happen. You were lying.
Yeah, that most certainly did not happen.
You are lying. You are lying for clout. You are 30 and lying for clout.
Please
get help. We are champions of sex.
Yes, we are. Yeah.
Amongst other things.
But yeah, I just want to say right now, I think for people who lust after the video game characters, especially from a trailer, they need help. And I want to say this also right now. I also find that there's a bit of an outrage machine, which always happens with GTA, where there's like a lot of right wingers who've been going like, oh man, we got to ban this game. We got to ban, like,
yeah, even Elon Musk was just like, I'd play Grand Theft Auto, but I don't like killing cops. Like, fuck off, you goddamn dork.
It goes, tried, but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene. Just couldn't do it. But I was going to say the other thing is like, I also love that apparently the Tate brothers, the infamous Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, they whose whole personalities are just being GTA characters. Like side characters.
Yeah, pretty much. They look like GTA characters. They look like the loading.
Yeah, they look
characters.
like make a player in GTA Online. Like that's what their whole identities are. But they were like, children should not be playing this. We have to respect our police officers. I'm like,
no shit, they shouldn't be playing it. It's rated M for mature.
Exactly. But I want to say this. I know why they're doing that. I know why they're on the offensive right now. It's because it
makes them money.
It makes them money, but I also am fairly confident that there's going to be a parody of those two in this new game. And they're going to look
in GTA 6, you know what? You were right.
And they're going to look like shit, and they're going to be like, oh, this game.
My God, it's Bandrew Bateman.
Yeah.
It's Bandrew Bateman.
Yeah, they're going to be on like a little island, and then you go like see them, and they're going to be in this like compound, and you just got to kill them.
Oh my God, do you think we'll be able to go to Jeffrey Epstein's island in GTA 6?
Oh!
No.
It's going to do it. I bet money. I'll owe you another drink there, Harper, but that's going to happen. There's going to be a whole side mission where you have to go to the Epstein Island.
Well, we could make a bet on a lot of things tonight, and I think that you would pay for me getting absolutely plastered.
Consistently lose money? Yeah, you're right.
Well, you're just going to owe me an evening at the pub and grub at this point. A local establishment, a local favorite. Do we have a submission this week?
Yeah, a submission.
I thought we weren't going to read that because it was Christmas.
No.
Who said
that?
Me.
What kind of rule is that?
Because we had a whole fucking segment with Sasha being Asian Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, he was Asian in that. It was a whole thing.
That is a whole fucking thing. I want to say that I don't want to cancel Sasha.
It's Vancouver Santa.
Is that his persona?
His persona is Asian Santa? Yes.
I think Sasha's persona would be a dolphin. I just get that vibe.
Oh yeah, like it's sleek. Rubbery.
I get where you're coming from.
Robert, you'd be like perhaps a praying mantis. I know that doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense.
What the fuck is what? So I get my head bitten off?
I mean, if it's good enough.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
I'm an idiot.
Malcolm, you're Baloo from the Jungle Book.
He's so easy.
And me, I'm like Tony the Tiger, except more buff.
More buff. What color is your nose?
Black. The color it's always been.
I will say this. I do really like that I'm Baloo. I think that's a real nice compliment. Actually. Yeah.
Okay, I've got a user response. Someone who would, hey, I'm still here. We have a user question. Someone who would like to be known as Plane, Plane.
Plane?
Yeah, plane, like the vehicle plane.
Okay.
And they would like to ask, what was your dream job when you were a kid? Their song recommendation is stop listening to music and start listening to audiobooks, expand your minds. I will have you know that Harper listens probably to the most audiobooks I know of. Like, it's him and my mom. They're
no smarter neither. I do not know how to read. I can recite the Count of Monte Cristo cover to cover and not actually point to any of the words I'm saying whilst reciting.
He probably could actually do that. He loves the Count of Monte Cristo. Don't roll your eyes at me, Malcolm.
Malcolm's eyes have been rolling like fucking like a disco ball this entire recording.
Is that like a tick that you do?
No, is
that me with shrugging?
No, it's because I have a pair of contacts in right now, and one of them's bugging one of my eyes. So
it's literally just your contacts are slipping. Okay.
I thought you were just over this. So
I
that's
thought
good.
You were just being a dick. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's the contacts.
So
guys.
what was your dream job when you were a kid? Come on.
I wanted to be a game designer, and I really wanted to make video games for people, but the market quickly became saturated with other losers like me.
People going in with a dream ripe for exploitation.
Yeah, losers like me. And I'm glad that I didn't end up going that career path because I think I would have been miserable and that I wouldn't have gotten paid the overtime that I do get now. So I'd still probably make more. Is the worst
Now
part.
you work like half your hours are overtime. So
You heard that they do crunch time, and then you were disappointed that had nothing to do with Taco Bell.
You were Audi 5000, yeah.
I'll tell you what. I also wanted to be an animator, and then because I'm all right at drawing. I'm just not very consistent. And I tried to do animation for a little bit, and I wanted to kill myself. So I don't know how.
It's a
people do
tedious
it.
job.
Harper does a really great goblin. That's what I will give him. That he does really great goblin characters. He's drawn me before, and he gets the nose perfectly well.
For those of you who haven't seen Robert's nose, it's of average size.
Hold on. Okay, this is going to be a dumb thing. Sasha, I'm going to need you to make. I need you to do the 2000 Space Odyssey and have me, but do it in cue with me turning my face so that my nose gets bigger as the profile of my nose becomes more apparent as this goes on. Exactly. Can you actually do a rousing one as I do it? Okay, ready? Go.
Bum 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 bum.
I need that to be put up on the Instagram ASAP. Thank you very much.
What about you, Robert? What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a pirate. And then just to say anything about my psychology at like 10 years old, 10 years old.
Well, now you are, Robert. I haven't seen you pay for a movie in years.
Let's just say that he occupies the shores of the Pirate Bay.
Yarr.
So I wanted to be a pirate, and then that segued into I want to be a treasure hunter, and then it segued into giving up on my dreams. So cheers.
Just like everyone else.
Well, now I've decided I wanted to be a writer, but I am a writer. Don't quote me out of context. But
you're right.
I'll write about treasure one of these days, and then the cycle will complete.
That's cool.
Okay, Malcolm. Yeah, what was your dream growing up?
So I knew I wasn't an athletic kid. I knew I was like, all right, I have no athletic bone in my body.
I have zero prospects.
But I used to love, and I still do this from time to time. In the background, I play like NHL, like NBA 2K, like kind of GM stuff. I really wanted to be an NHL like hockey general manager.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
I thought that was like that was my dream job. I was like, they assemble the team, they do all the drafting and the signing and the trading and the waiver claims. I got really obsessed with waiver claims.
The waiver
I was
claims.
like,
I will say we're friends on Steam. Steam being the video game distribution service. You can buy games off it, and you can be friends with people online. But I hope
people who listen to Seinfuck know what Steam is.
I hope so, but you never know. But anyway, the most games I've seen you play, because we are friends on Steam, is freaking Hockey Management Simulator, whatever the fuck it's called.
It's a game called Franchise Hockey Manager. And I usually get the new one every year.
You have probably put 500, 1,000 hours into that thing. I would not be surprised.
I want to say something very clearly. I leave that game on in the background for other work a lot. And
he's lying.
And I forget about it. Like I'll have it on overnight. I once, and this is a true story, I had to go away on a trip and I forgot to like exit out of that game. So there is like one of them where I have like this, like, I don't know, probably 100 extra hours.
Like a 100-hour streak, which is just you being out of town.
And then sometimes I play the baseball version of that game as well. And that's a fun one. Speaking
of Steam, this chicken's finally come back
to
roost.
Nekopara? Okay. What's fulfill us.
I'm going to read you a list of games, and you're going to tell me whose they are, Malcolm McLeod.
Okay.
Hentai 2 + 2 = 4. Hentai BDSM. Hentai Climber. Hentai Cowgirl. Hentai Cuties. Hentai Demon. Hentai D-Girls. Hentai Ero Shoujo. Hentai Evil Girls. Hentai Fantasy. Hentai Furry. Hentai Furry 2. Hentai Girl. Hentai Hentai. Hentai Inumimi. Hentai IQ Puzzle. Hentai Karada. Hentai Killer. Hentai Meido. Hey. Hentai Minesweeper. Hentai Mizugi. Hentai Neko Girl. Hentai Opai. Hentai pantsuto. Pantsuto.
What is that?
What?
Hentai pazu. Hentai plus girl. Hentai
Oh no.
succubus. Sakyubus. Yeah, succubus.
Okay.
Hentai saves
Okay.
Australia. These are all games on Steam.
Hentai saves
Hentai
Australia.
Shiri.
You know what? It's better than gambling.
Hentai Shoujo, Hentai Shooter 3D, Hentai Sniper Middle East, Hentai Space, Hentai Strip Shot, Hentai Thigh, Hentai Tights, Hentai Waifu, Hentai Nya, Hentai Megacraft Battlegrounds, and Megacraft Hentai Edition. You have one guess as to who they belong to.
They belong to you, Harper.
You?
That's a great guess. It is actually your blood brother, Malcolm.
I know. I had a feeling, and I didn't want to say it.
It's Malcolm's brother.
Oh,
Now,
he
Malcolm,
has so many games.
I've done some digging.
Shout out.
Oh my god.
You see, I have friends who know him and gift him all these games.
Yeah. So for the listeners, my brother has an incredibly crazy amount of games on Steam. He's got his own I'm in a Discord channel with him where he has
over 400, well over 400.
Because
games.
people keep giving him games because it's funny that way.
So that's his birthday. So his birthday's coming up. It comes up at the end of the year, and so he's gonna add more to the collection.
If you want to help us make his collection twice as large, you send Seinfuck Steam gift cards, and we will inflate his library like a Andrew Dobbs character.
Exactly.
Malcolm,
He
please.
will.
Malcolm, please. Can we give
Cloudy.
Steam out so that listeners can donate games
That's not
to
a good
him?
idea.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's your brother. You do what you want.
It's your brother.
It's your brother who owns games such as Hentai Saves Australia, Hentai Shiri, which I believe is slang for ass.
It's not likely to ruin his life.
Hentai Shooter 3D, Hentai Sniper Middle East.
I think here's the problem. We could give out his username on Steam. He's already got most of the games. The guy has them all. At one point we had a
Furry
shared
fetishists, furry girl puzzle.
Stop.
No, but at one point we had a shared game library, so I had access to so many of these games.
Oh, so you had the best time of your life.
and then I had to stop. I was like, it's too much. It's too good. No, joking.
It's too much.
It's too
anime.
too much.
No, I've never opened. I feel like half those games, if you download them, they just give your computer viruses.
Oh yeah, it's just malware. I'm
Yeah,
sure. Fuck.
but Hentai Saves Australia is an incredible,
that is a
incredible
good one.
title.
I do like that they transliterated succubus as Zacubus.
It was Sakyubus.
That is so
Succubus.
funny. That is so funny.
But yeah, my brother's living his dream. He's living his dream.
I like it ending on.
You like it ending?